Some of you may not know, but we've been interviewing people for our podcast. That's right, people for our podcast. Our podcast can be heard on Anchor.fm, on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and now iHeartRadio. If you're interested in being interviewed on our Next Level Leadership Summit podcast, send an email to Saccone@SacconePrince.com. That's Saccone@SacconePrince.com, and we'll see you on the podcast. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Nanny Night Night. Nanny Night Night is a free podcast to help you put your toddler to sleep. You can listen to it on Anchor.fm/Nanny Night Night. Nanny Night Night, bedtime stories for beautiful souls.
And good night, the old lady whispering, hush. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. And good night, beautiful little souls.
We are in Women's History Month, and Next Generation Speakers Magazine is showcasing none other than LaDanya Yvette. She's going to inspire you for success. But you can also check out the article written by my good friend, Dr. James J. Williams, Your Prescription for Excellence. You don't want to miss that. And we are continuing our series called Shift, preparing you for the year ahead. And this month marks our 2-year anniversary. There's an article where we look back on where we've come from to where we are now. So if you haven't done so already, go to SacconePrince.com/NGS Magazine. And if you want to be in the magazine, go to SacconePrince.com/NGS Magazine-2. What legacy will you leave? Hi, this is Saccone Prince of SacconePrince.com, where we make motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. And I'm also the founder of Next Level Leadership Summit, where we're leading the way. And I want to know, what legacy will you leave? I've shared this story time and time again, and it bears repeating. A couple of years ago, I was putting on my annual summit, and I actually did it at a hotel that's less than half a mile from my house. And inevitably, I forgot something. So while we were there having everything set up, I said, oh, I forgot. I left this at the house. I'm going to go get it. Our youngest son, he was 10 at the time, he said, hey, Dad, can I ride with you? I said, sure, son, come on. And while we're in the car, I'm thinking about like the 20, 30 different things, stuff I need to go get, make sure that I don't leave anything. And on the way to that short little drive to our house, my son looked at me. He said, Dad, I'm proud of you. Now, while I was driving 35 miles an hour, inside I stopped because I realized he's watching me. You know, we can tell our children time and time again that they can do whatever they want to do. But then they look at us and see us. Are we going after our goals and our dreams? Our children's hero shouldn't be somebody on a cereal box or somebody on a big screen or somebody in a magazine or on Instagram. They should be able to sit across the table from somebody who went after their goals and their dreams. They need to have a legacy of leadership, a legacy of tenacity, a legacy of getting up after being knocked down. And yeah, we see all of the movies and all of the stuff, but they need to see the real life aspect of what it means to go after your goals and your dreams. They need to know what it means to fight, what it means to dig deep. They need to know what it means to network and connect with people. They need to know what it means to ask for help when you need it. They need to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of going after your goals and your dreams. So many of us, we want to put filters on everything and make everything look like it was pristine. Oh, it was easy that I did this. The reality is it's difficult. It's a challenge. But them seeing it, them seeing that leaves a legacy for them to carry on. I never would have considered myself to be an author, to be a writer, to someone who would actually have a magazine or write books. But one thing I know is that, like this friend of mine told me, he said, when you put on paper, when you put in books, when you put on film, you almost become immortal because generations from now can still read about you and see you and hear you and find out what you were about. So my question still stands. What legacy will you leave for the next generation? Even if you don't have children of your own, somebody is looking up to you. Who are you inspiring? Who are you encouraging? Who are you setting the example for? Who is going to be that comes up to you and says, because of you, I didn't quit. Because of you, I didn't give up. Because I saw you do it, I knew that I could do it. What legacy will you leave? My hope is to leave a legacy that spans the test of time. That everybody who gets a chance to know who I am, know exactly what I was about. Encouraging people, helping people to see the best in themselves, helping people to realize they have something to offer the world, and encouraging them to do it. Hey, look, this is Sakoni Prince of SakoniPrince.com and Next Level Leadership Summit. And we want you to leave a legacy that everyone can look to. And as we mentioned earlier, we are doing interviews for our Next Level Leadership Summit podcast. So if you want to be interviewed, all you have to do is send an email to Sakoni@SakoniPrince.com. That's Sakoni@SakoniPrince.com and put in the subject podcast. We'll schedule a time and we'll set it up and we'll make it happen so you can leave a legacy too. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
The wait is finally over for Sakoni's most anticipated book of the year, Leadership That Lasts, passing on 10 solid principles to ensure an enduring legacy. Powerful, effective, impactful, dynamic, phenomenal, transformative, life-changing. Available now in Amazon. Order yours today.